Check, check, check. How we doing? Pulling up chat real quick. Yo, yo. What up, Lyric? How's it going, man? What up, Jen? How we doing, guys? What up, Ryan? Had a good weekend, man. Didn't really do much besides World Cup stuff. Yeah, man. How about you? I know. Those are rare nowadays. So I'll take them. I'll take them when I get them. I was trying to play golf all weekend, but I couldn't find a group. And I didn't want to like go as a single on a Saturday or Sunday and get paired with like 4 people or something like that. What up, Bradley? How's it going, man? We'll let people start trickling in, and then we'll go over some trades and see what's in store for this power hour. It's been a crazy session so far. Kind of like really, honestly, really clean price action, in my opinion, followed by some Trump tweets, a little bit of chop, but it's been pretty good. Pretty good for a Monday. Usually Mondays are pretty tough for me. But we've had a good session so far. So if you're just joining in, or if this is your first stream that you've joined of mine, this is a 50K Lucid Flex account. This is a funded account. We started this when we started the stream on Tuesday of last week, and we've been trading this account exclusively. So kind of taking a look back at last week, this is how we did last week. So really happy with it. Coming off of four green days in a row. Want to keep my head on straight and make sure I'm taking good trades and not getting too overconfident. That's why I really like the whole journaling process, because it kind of keeps you in line. That tweet screwed up my whole day. Yeah. I got really lucky. I'll go over it. But I got out like minutes before he tweeted that. Was it a tweet or was it? I didn't even see. I saw on Financial Juice. Oh, Truth Social. Okay. Oh, we green today. Yes, sir. Yeah, Liam, I'm gonna let people, transfer over here to the stream, and I'm gonna go over all the trades I've taken so far. But Liam, how did you end your day? I was in mostly in the first half of your stream, and then I had to take care of a couple things the last like hour. But how did you end it? Did you end up green or red or break even? Danny, does the intraday trailing drawdown on Apex change after passing or stays the same throughout the PA phase? Okay. I don't trade Apex too much, but if I am remembering correctly, and someone in chat tell me if I'm wrong, but it does stay with you on the PA. I believe so. Lyric. I don't think it just disappears as soon as you go to a PA. Green, 18 bucks on the Apex accounts. Took a loser and winner and 2 break-even trades. Nice. 18 bucks is 18 bucks. Better than being down a whole bunch. Green is green. How did Jamie do? I wasn't able to. Dude, Jamie's stream is so early for me. I usually catch like the tail end of it before Matt starts up, but how did he do today? Stays until you breach buffer. Oh, till you reach buffer. Okay, so after, what is the buffer, Jin? I should probably know this. Let me pull it up for you. So if we go to Apex and no. Okay. So on your intraday account, PA account, where am I looking here? Okay. So Jin, it goes away? Built in for PA intraday trail. Yeah, from what I'm seeing, it stays. Depends on account. But pretty much if, oh, it's your total drawdown. What up, Mark? Oh, minus 700 for Jamie. He got beat up. Blues green in pre-market. Oh man, unfortunate. I think it's music going. Forgot to turn that on. As you guys come in, make sure you hit the like button. Same thing. I'm gonna keep it the same as Liam's stream. If you were tuned in for his, if we get to 150 likes, we will send a giveaway. Toss the trade of the century in Discord. Yuck. I was looking at that too. Where is that? Right here. Yeah, those wicks are crazy. Basically like 4 manipulation candles back to back to back. That's crazy. Hey, at least you got out break even instead of getting wicked out up there. That's tricky. But man, that thing yoinked. Was your target? I'm assuming it wicked, or it went straight to your target after that wick. Markets were debating me. Say that again. What up, Jamie? This short looks interesting. 80s have been I said it in your chat earlier, Liam. 80s for me, like 880 getting defended, and then 980 getting defended, and then rejected and then used again as resistance up here. It's kind of interesting for a short. I just don't know, like with the whole Trump tweet, like I don't know how, I was pretty confident before he tweeted, but like once he put something out there, I don't really know how the market's going to react to it. Obviously you got a huge rejection, but it's like, you know, after a tweet like that, do you get follow through? I don't really know. There's 80 again. I do like it though, because, you know, stop right above 90, you know, 10 points of risk. You know, if I do get in, new candle here. Hold on one sec, guys. I want to see if this plays out. I don't know. We're so close to 29K too. It's like, does it wick up there? Yeah, 80 rotations all day. Yeah. Ran to your TP too. That's brutal. I'll show you a trade from the overnight session last night that I almost tilt. I mean, I did tilt. I didn't take any trades after, but man, it would have been so nice. Okay, 80s is playing here for now. We got 4 minutes left in this candle though, so doesn't really mean anything yet. We would have got stopped out there. Had we got in at 80, we would have got wicked out right there. I just think if this does have room, if this thing does have continuation, I think there's room down to this 860. Because we haven't swept the low from 10 a.m. yet. Not saying that we will or it's supposed to, but you know, if we are looking bearish and looking for a sweep lower, I think that's probably where we end up. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Once we're out of this little zone, I'll go over my trades. I just want to see if we get an entry here. Okay. Here comes 29K. I just don't know where my risk is on this though. Okay. We'll try it. I don't really know. I'll give it like 8 points. I'm not really sure. There's really no structure to like, you know, structure my risk at all. It's kind of just this giant rejection candle. But this is one of those trades where I do think if it does start rolling over, I'm looking for 860. But that being said, I'm gonna trail it. Kind of like if you saw my trade from yesterday, I took 100 points and trailed it pretty much the whole way. And that's kind of how I'm going to treat this, just because I don't want to, you know, I want to take what the market gives us. I don't really want to be too greedy and open myself up to too much risk. How much did that move in our favor? If that was 10 points, I might consider tightening this up. We have a minute left in this candle. If we move under the wick at 90, where is this, 92, then I'm just gonna probably move my stop right above the wick of this current candle, and then we'll go over some trades. Are you looking for a long or short? I'm in a short right now. Didn't realize you were up 1K. Yeah, we had a great session. I'm gonna go over those trades. Hourly hasn't formed a wick. I haven't looked at the hourly in a minute. Let me check it out. I mean, it looks bearish, you know, in my opinion. All right, there's our move to that wick. So I'm just gonna cover ourselves there. All right, let's go over some trades and we'll let this work, because there's no way this is... It's covering. I'm gonna keep an eye on that though. All right, so my session started from last night during Jaws' stream. So took a trade. Let's see, we had open at 5 here. Big wick up, came down into our level down at 700. Huge bounce. Pretty much ran up from there. I had another level at 850, and if you were in the stream on Friday, 825 was a big level for us too. So those were 2 levels I had my eye on. So as we broke above 825, oh, just move that level. Okay, as we broke above into 850, above that 825 level, I had a limit order at 825 to get some continuation. So if we were to retest it, which we did, I had an entry at 825 and took it back into that resistance level that we had. So it rejected at 850, or I'm sorry, 860. And I took a trade back into that. So that put us up on the session. Broke above it, huge candle, 70-point candle, impulse candle above it, above 860. It was kind of like a break and retest. You probably could have took a long there if you had that level placed. Pretty much launched up to 960, rejected. We came back down, retested that 860 again for a bounce, rejected, moved, closed under 860, and then I took it for a retest. So, you know, prior support, I think we just got stopped out on that trade. Prior support turns into into current resistance. So that's kind of the fundamental of my trading. So you had this level that was respected, broke it, and then we were looking for it to be respected again, just to the downside. So on the opposite side of that trade. So we got in at 870, and I think, oh, this is actually the trade that we got stopped out on. I even called it out in Jaws' stream. So I got in at, I think, 870, got wicked out, and then moved directly to my target. So unfortunate. I think that put us at break even. I was like seconds away from tilting and like revenge trading this, but kept our head on straight and just moved on. So that was my session at night. So we went up, I think it was like 250 bucks, then gave it back on that trade at 830, and then move into current session. So let's see, our first trade was at 9. So big move. 940 was a level, or I'm sorry, 950 was a level that we had mapped out on this wick right here, you can see. So what I was looking at was support, or I'm sorry, resistance, resistance, resistance again, resistance, and then broke above it. It was used as support, and then big impulse candle off of that. So as it pushed up, stayed patient, didn't take any trades. We broke under that level. And then as we came back up, traded into it again, took a short. And I took, I think, 20 points off that. So that was our first trade. And then we have, let's see, this is Asia high. So as we came into Asia high and London high, which is another, you know, if you've been around my streams, you would have seen this is just like a common thing for me. I always take trades off London high, Asia high, highs and lows. So as we tested that area, took a quick scalp back into London high. I'm sorry, Asia high. Took I think that was 20 points. And then we took another trade as we rejected that 950 again, which was the level we just talked about. We rejected it, and then I was looking for continuation lower. So that is off 29K, which has been a key level for today too. And you can see that right in here. So 29K, psych level, and then just a ton of price action around it. So took a quick scalp off that. I think that was 15 points, something like that. Nope, 20. Moved on. That put us up pretty decent on the day. Didn't really see anything going into Liam's session until 11:30. We broke above that 950 or 9050 2950 level, which is right here, which we just talked about a bunch. So broke above it, used it as support right here, and then broke above, came back down, and then we took a long off of it. So that is when, you know, I just traded into that prior wick, and then I got really, really lucky because not more than 5 minutes after I exited that trade was the Trump tweet, which is this candle right here. So we got pretty lucky on that last trade, but that puts us up, you know, almost $1,000 on the day. Bro, how blue are your eyes? Lucky MF. How do you identify your levels? I pretty much just showed you. It's basically just support and resistance, man. I just listen to what the price action shows us. This is a good example of it literally in real time. So what do we have? We have 960 shown as support, and then price breaks below it and has been shown as resistance. So we know this is a level that price reacts at. So as we break above it again, uses it as support to move higher. So we will see what happens on this candle. I am not convinced that it finds support again, just because this is like choppy time frame, you know, going into power hour, but you never know. But that's pretty much how I identify my levels. And it's the same thing, you know, I jump up to higher time frames and do the same thing, and that's why you see these big areas, these big boxes are zones that I identify on just higher time frames, which are just bigger levels. Yeah, no problem. Damn, so we got wicked out. And the thing went straight to our stop and then is ripping down. Unfortunate. I think if we test 80 again, which has been another level for today, the prices react to a ton, I would consider getting back in. So how's everybody else been doing today? Red, green, break even? How are we feeling? Down 850. Big green day. How much are we talking, Ryan? What are we talking here? 67 bucks? I don't believe you. I'm not doing it. All right, we are here at 940. I mean, this is exactly what I was looking for, guys. That's just, wow. See, this is what I struggle with. Like, after we make such a big move, I mean, we got wicked out pretty much to the tick. That's where our stop was, 910. Massive move in our favor. And now I'm fighting the urge to just FOMO in. Because I really do think if this has momentum to the downside, I do think 860 plays. Daily goal 1K. Nice. All right. I think 60 plays here. You can see this level in here. All right, we'll try it. Keep it tight. 50 bucks. I do think if we break above this support, or I'm sorry, resistance, then I think that's pretty much invalidated. You know, and then you might see another move back up to 80, which is really the level that I really want. I think getting short again at 80 is a pretty good entry. Hopefully you get some decisive direction here to make your next trade easier. That's what I'm hoping for, man. Down 277 on the day, just made back 200, so I'm good. Might make one more trade. Pretty typical of my Mondays. Yeah. You're up 3160, green and past the eval. Nice. What account were you trading? Was it a pro account or premium account where it was a 1 day to pass? It's pretty sick. Green 600, one and done. Nice. Very nice. I didn't set my TP. We'll do that just in case we get a big move. Ryan, what accounts do you trade? Real choppy here. Like you're getting sellers sellers are stepping in here and then it's just getting absorbed at 950. I do think, got a minute and a half left in this candle. If it doesn't make a move now, I think we probably see 80. Where I will give it one more try at 80, but after that I'm not going to chase this thing. But if this thing wants to make a decision now, that would be great. You're fading 80. Okay, stopped out there. Let's see if 80 plays. 80 is where I'll give it one more attempt. I don't even know if we'll get there though. Let's see. Man, don't do it to me again. Don't do it to me again, man. I have a 50k and now 25k Lucid. Never did the 25s, but should have a payout tomorrow unless I do something dumb. Yeah, how do you like the 25s? They're the ratio is pretty nice on them. Man, so unfortunate, guys. Stopped out to the tick 2 times in a row on the same trade idea, and it's just moving now. And here's the FOMO coming in. I swear if this thing plummets, I'll be pissed. What up, composite? Yeah, this thing's gonna move. So unlucky. If it I mean, there is another entry for me at 40, so you know, if we break under it, retest that 40, 940, you know, could be another entry. But man, look at that. So annoying. Okay, so first entry was at 29k. Our stop was literally 10 points or 8 points at 8. So wicked out. Our target was 860. We tried to get in short again at 960. Our stop was 10 points again. Got wicked out to the tick. And our target is the same trade. So currently getting boned. But like I said, if we retest 940, I might consider that. Leave it on to be safe. Trump got me today. Say that after we cash it out. Lots of time to tilt between now and then. I know, man. I'm on the edge right now. I don't know why. Like I'm having a good day. I don't know, annoyed by those 2 stop outs, because I guarantee this thing. I don't guarantee it, but I think this goes straight to our target. This is day 5 on the funded. So we started on Tuesday. First day on stream is when we started this account. Was our first day trading it, Tuesday. And today we're eligible for a payout. I think what I'm going to do is, you know, 2K is the max payout on this Lucid 50K flex account. And I think I want to leave myself buffer, so I don't want to withdraw too soon. So I think once this account balance hits 24K, I will probably take out 2K and then, you know, leave 2K of drawdown in there. Yeah, get it up to 4,100. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's kind of what I've, you know, always done with my 50K accounts. Even when I wasn't trading Lucid. Look at this, man. Look at this. All right, so this is a lot of momentum. So I think a valid entry is 30s, 930s for just like a continuation. If we were to jump in, because again, I do think 860 is probably going to play here, because we didn't hold here on the move down to 9k or 28,900. We tried it, held support, and then I just find it hard to believe that a third time we find, you know, a triple bottom off of that. I think more than likely after that Trump tweet with the market being pretty bearish, that it most likely flushes this. And then if 860 isn't in play, I think at least 880 if it does flush, which there it is. Man, so unfortunate. Two top tick stop outs. All right, didn't quite make 90, so I'm sorry, didn't quite make 880, so could see a little retrace and then some more momentum. That's what I'm looking for. I think if we trade 26 again, 26.30, something like that, try to catch some more momentum right above this wick, and we'll target 870, 860, that range. Got to be careful. Our stop is right at a wick test, so we got to be careful. Might have to give that a little bit more. But again, if this thing moves in our favor like 10 points, then we're gonna move our stop down. Kind of a weird area though, because let's say we get stopped out at 35, we have that 40, which is the original retest we were talking about. But I also don't want to be caught taking the same trade idea over and over again, because that's how you get chopped up. Death by 1,000 cuts. Don't want to give back too much. We're still up a good amount. All right, there's the stop, and there's 940. We'll try one more time, and then if this doesn't work out, we will probably just sit on our hands for a while, put ourselves in timeout. What was your target? 880s, 860, you know, that 20 point range. What I'm looking for originally. You can see it with these big green P&L boxes, these long positions, or I'm sorry, short positions. All right, that's 10 points. Let's protect ourselves here. We gave back about 200 bucks already, so need to be careful. I do like that wick though. 2 minutes left in the candle. A triple bottom here would be just nuts. I'm not seeing that happen, but I've been wrong many times, and it looks like we might be wrong. Okay, good reaction. So should have trusted, we could have saved ourselves some money there by just trusting our original idea, which was if we saw momentum, we would get back in at 940 for momentum. But you know, hindsight's 2020. I don't hate, you know, the attempt, because you have this where the body of these this double bottom, which is at 930, which is the first attempt that we took right here. I don't hate it. think it was a little aggressive, but it is what it is. Okay. If this closes, I mean, we're looking good right now. Okay, that's a big move in our favor. This candle closes in 30 seconds. We're gonna move our stop down. Could see a bounce off 28,900 here. If so, you know, we'll take 287. Take that any day. All right, new candle. We need to see some continuation here, or this is going to get stopped out. Looking like it's going to take us out here. Oh. Oh. It's trying. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. There's another base hit for me now. I'm only down 80 bucks per account. Nice, Skid. Nice, man. Looking beautiful? Yeah, it's looking good. All right, so big move here. We're gonna protect ourselves a little more. 80s. Tempted to pull it down to our original idea, but I'll take it off at 80 just because 80s have been playing. There we go. How much was that? 60 points. All right, so we got redemption at the end of it. We got redemption. We avoided tilt. I think maybe a little aggressive there, but I'm happy with that. Little aggressive. Could have saved ourselves like 200 bucks by not taking the trade at 30, but that's fine. Yeah, GG's. I'm done for the day. Up 567. Nice, Luke. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, boys. Thank you, Lyric. I was kind of contemplating moving that down to 860, which was our original idea, but I'm happy with that. Gotta be happy with that. Why did price run up 29.12 for no reason, or hope of a move up? 29.12 on this candle that we're looking at right now, Alpha. This right here. $215. $29.12. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking. Okay, I see what you mean. Oh, all the way up here. I mean, in my opinion, Alpha, you know, kind of makes sense that you know, you have a double bottom, you get a move higher, it's making higher lows, and if it's gonna reverse anywhere, the magnet is probably gonna be that 29K level. One, because it's a psych level, and then two, it's just been a solid level for the day. So you can see all the way back at from 6 a.m. You know, the two bodies of this candle here and the two wicks of it. This has been a zone all day. You can see it here. You can see that forming a base there. And then you're getting that reaction again here. And then ultimately gets pretty much just reverses right at it. Are you trading only base hits with support and resistance plus? Yeah, pretty much, Usa. Pretty much. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't call them base hits. Like, I'm looking for bigger moves than what you would probably consider a base hit, but for the most part, yeah, you know, like I'm taking 20 points probably on average. You know, the average trade I take, you know, everything earlier in the day was, you know, about 20 points in that range. I don't have like a fixed profit target, but it usually ends up being 20 points or so. It's kind of what I'm comfortable with. If I have like a bigger idea, like we just talked about, like the move we just took, you know, then I'll usually just trail my stop into profit as it moves in that general idea. Popped in chat to say I finally got my 50 point short, 30 to 80, and it looks like you took the same trade. Yeah, Liam, my idea was to take, so I took a short at 29K. My stop was like 8 points. We got wicked out like right at the top of that candle. So, waited, tried it again at 60. Got wicked out again, pretty much to the tick. Was pretty tilted at that point after taking those two paper cuts, and then tried it again here at 30 as this candle opened at 130. Got stopped out, and then tried in one more time at 40, which is this level here, which is the London high. And then took, let's see, you know, 55 points or something like that. So yeah, we basically took the same trade. GG's, man. And look, went directly to 60 and is now reversing, which is that original target. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm trading micros. I'm trading 5 micros. I don't really, you know, occasionally I'll go to 10, which is basically just one mini, but just not in this market condition. You know, 5 micros is plenty for me. Yeah, Luke, there's 60. That 29K short would have been gnarly. Glad you finally, yeah, me too, man. Me too. I'm wondering, dude, I'm wondering if this has legs even lower, man. Like, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Look at that wick test. I mean, it almost got up there to 900. That's kind of juicy. Right in there. About 28,900. Yeah, right into our level, literally. I kind of you know, as we were in that trade, that last one from 40, I was like considering moving it down to 60 because that was the original trade idea and I wanted to respect it. But then at the same time, I was thinking, man, 880s have been playing all day. Like I threw that in your chat at some point. I was like, 880 played today twice, and then 980 played all day. So I'm like, I'd rather just get out at 80 and be confident about it. I was eyeing 800, but I don't have the wave balance. Let's see, that's 80 points lower. 80 points lower, and that prior day. I mean, you have a shelf sitting, you know, volume shelf sitting right there. Let's jump up to the hour. Yeah, dude. 80 looks nice. Or 800 looks nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's right at the bottom of this this support area too, where price just pretty much launched off of since, what is that? Monday? Today is Monday. What am I talking about? Since earlier today, 2 a.m. I don't know. Kind of interesting. This is the hourly chart. Huge double bottom here. So that's what, 98, 92. Prior wick there too at 900. Man, a retest of that into 800 looks kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. But this is also scary here, this double bottom. Yeah, volume shelf, yeah. So it kind of tried it on this wick here already. So if I were to take it, I'd probably have to wait for the test of 900. Don't all the hundreds look nice? I mean, pretty much, dude. Like, they play a lot of the time. You know, I always have them on my charts. If not as a level of, just like as an area of interest, you know? Every 100 points. It's not always like tick perfect, you know, straight to that level, but it's usually a magnet. You know, there's usually a volume shelf sitting at it. Not all the time, but you can see up here at 29,100, you know, it wasn't perfect, you know, 20 points of wiggle room, but there's another area where it respected it. Let's see, this wick is, you know, again, 28 points under it, under 200. So, you know, every 100 points, you know, it respects it. Not all the time, but usually a good level to look at, or at least, you know, be thinking about. Lots of selling here, but getting absorbed. Interesting spot. Yeah, at 860s. I think a lot of shorts probably exited in this, you know, 60 point range right in here. But see how much momentum's actually here. I do like this. I do like the retest of 28,900 only because, you know, if our entry is at right there, stop above 08, let's say, you know, I like that. Only 8 points of risk, 9 points of risk for a lot of upside. If 800 does play, that's a 100-point move right there. What time do you usually get on? I mean, I trade the morning session. Usually I'm done by like 10 a.m. Don't normally take trades between like 10 and 1, but I get on stream at 1 every day. And then usually start taking a couple of trades again. Just depends on what the market's giving us, what's setting up. Looks like 90 is getting rejected. Tempting. Let's see if we get filled here. It's pretty close. We're above the wick. We might not get filled. Okay, there's the fill. We said 908. You know, 90 points of risk, or $90 of risk. That's about 9 points. And another trade where it's an ambitious target, but we'll just trail our stop. You know, again, take what the market gives us. We'll move this, trail our stop based off the structure, market structure. So if we get a close under 90s here and start making a move lower, then we'll probably move to break even. And then once we start breaking 860, 870, that range, then we'll move it down again and just, you know, keep protecting ourselves. So that already moved about 10 points in our favor. So I'm already tempted to just tighten it up a little bit, which I'm going to do. Again, I think if we pop back up, I'm fine getting out. But if it doesn't respect 900, then we'll respect it and get out of there. How do you get the volume histogram on the side with TradingView? So this is Trade C, so it's like a version of TradingView. It's not like the full-on indicators that you would get with the normal TradingView site, but it's called VPVR. So it's the volume profile visible range. So it'll basically, you know, whatever your chart's showing, however much price action you're showing on the chart is what the volume profile is displaying. So you can see as I zoom out, it adjusts and adds data the more price action you show. So the more I zoom in, you'll see it adjust. But it's called volume profile visible range. It's a psychological thing. Retail traders love it. Yeah. Round numbers, man. It's easy for I think for retail traders, I think for institutions too, just because okay, big move here. We got the rejection we were looking for. So we're going to trail that into profit, and we'll keep moving it down the more we start breaking structures. So the next level that we need to see is if we start breaking 860, 870, we'll probably start trailing it down a little bit more. Need to be careful here because this is where there is a 3-bar reversal. If it respects 870, we need to be careful. There's 870 there. See if it breaks under it, then we're looking good. If not, we need to be careful. Two minutes left in the candle. We are breaking 870. It's breaking down. Minute and a half left in the candle. Still breaking down. Lots of momentum. Okay, so if we break 60s, then we'll move our stop. Don't want to move it too soon though, because you might see a little reaction, but there's the little retrace. So a little bit of reaction off of that 60. If that's where we find support, then that's fine. We'll take our 70 bucks and move on, but 50 seconds left in the candle. On normal trading, you go into the forecasting button, the left-hand side, and select anchored volume profile. Start at the beginning of the day or the session. For trading view, you can use anchored view up and it will post on the side. Sorry, anchored volume profile. Yeah, I have that big, what is it called? Fixed range volume profile. I use that every once in a while too. Just find where point of control is and stuff like that in a certain swing. All right, candle closing. Let's see if this candle opens up bearish or not. For the sake of our trade, we need this to start breaking lower, and then we'll move our stop wherever this wick ends up. Ooh. Okay. So 60 respected there. Might stop us out here. Okay, stopped out. I don't know. I still like it. I still like it. Rejecting 90s. All right, we're gonna try one more time. We'll give back the profit we just made if it doesn't respect that area. Two o'clock, new hourly open, new hourly candle. Hourly wick test at the 900s. Yeah, I think we just looked at that, Bradley. Yeah, that's kind of where we drew this this range. Got 20 on that short. Nice, Sammy. GG's, man. Good job. Yeah, Luke, that's why I hopped back in. Same idea, guys. If we break down below 860, then I'll move that stop back down. Two minutes left in the candle. Breaking down 860. So we will move that. Move that down. Can you explain the 3-bar reversal? Yeah, so here's a great example of it right here. At 115, when we retrace to 29K, you have a high. So price makes a new high. The next candle, the second bar, makes a higher high. And then the third bar makes a lower high. So you'll kind of see this pattern repeat itself over and over again in the market. You can see the same thing. High, market makes a high. Second bar makes a new higher high. and then the third bar makes a lower high. So it's kind of just a continuation, and it's the same thing you know, on the upside. So price makes this would be a bullish 3-bar reversal where price makes a low, second bar makes a lower low, third bar makes a higher low. And if you kind of use that with some confluence of like you know, key level on your chart, this would be a great example of it. It usually is not usually, but it can give you a nice reaction. Not always though. You know, there's a lot of fake outs with it too. You just gotta, that's why I use it in confluence with, you know, key levels. Do you live stream earlier in the day as well? No. So on this channel, there are a number of streamers that pop in and out. So I'll bring up the schedule here. You go to tbm.gg, which is in the description. I'll link it in chat here too, but under live streams, you can see our schedule. So Matt trades the open at 8:30 every day. Liam takes on the stream at 10 a.m. So Matt ends at 10, Liam starts at 10. When Liam's done at 1, I hop on from 1 to 3 for power hour. And then there's a little break between 3 and 5 Central Time. And then Jaws picks up at 5, and he'll stream from 5 to 10. And then she's not on here, but there's a new Korean streamer for the Asia session who will be on. I don't even want to say the time because I know I'm going to get it wrong, but she will stream in that gap. And then when she's over at 5 a.m., Jamie starts from 5 to 8:30, and then it kind of just repeats itself. So any time of the day, you can pop onto this channel and find somebody streaming. All right, guys, we are definitely breaking down here. I'm going to pull this into profit a little bit more. We'll give it to like 850s. So here's 825. Did it make it to 825? That was our level from yesterday. Not quite. Do you have overnight session traders? Yeah. Yep. Jaws will be on from 5 to 10. We might get stopped out here. I'm gonna give us a little bit more room just because I like these I like this wick here and this wick here if price reacts to it and we find more momentum. What's the confirmation? Hold on. Killer trade, great job. Appreciate it, Mike. You never take some off while in a trade, for example, 2 to 3 contracts? Not normally. Personally, I'd rather just trail my stop. Just the way that I like to manage my trades, but everybody's different. You know, some people like to take some off and leave runners, which is totally valid too. What's the confirmation for the 3-bar, 3-candle reversal and logical entry and stop? Well, I usually like to anticipate it. So 29, this was a good example. So 29K, that psych level. So we were watching that to get in a short, and I was anticipating a reversal there. So basically that this wick or this, you know, this level would hold. So as soon as this bar closes, the following bar, had I not got wicked out and I stayed in the trade, would validate me moving my stop to break even. So I'm not usually waiting for a 3-bar reversal because, you know, if you wait for it, a lot of the times you're going to be too late. So you almost have to anticipate it. That's why I like to use it with a key level of mine. So I'm not just blindly, you know, entering a trade. So it just is something to confirm or help give you confluence on your trade. It's not like a sure I don't like form a structure of my trade based off of the 3-bar reversal. It's just kind of there to give you confirmation or confluence in your trade. At least for me, not, you know, other people might trade it differently, but how many trades do you take on average a day, and what are your rules for being in the red? 1 second, let me watch this. 860. We kind of barely stayed in that there, almost a tick and a half away from being stopped out. We might still get stopped out here. Okay, new candle open. We need to find momentum here. We're gonna stay in, and there's the stop out. All right, I'm gonna chill out. I still like this trade a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna chill. Okay, so let me get back to your question. How many trades do I take? I mean, it's not like a specific number. I mean, I usually, today I took, let's see, last night I took 2 trades at the start of the session. 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 before I started stream. You know, I don't have like a specific number, but 10 would probably be a lot for me on any given day. Look at this thing. I was so tempted to get back into that on the approach to 70 because it still looks so nice. I still think 800 is playing here, in my opinion. But we took a good amount there, so I'm gonna chill. What are the key levels that you look at? Mostly psych levels and high volume levels? No, I don't. I always pay attention to psych levels, like the big round numbers, but my levels come from what the chart's basically proving to us. So if we jump to a higher time frame, we just zoom out. I used this example last week too, but this is a really good example. So a couple weeks ago, this is an hourly chart. So this was a couple weeks ago. This was the 24th and 25th, 26th. So that end of that week, okay? Price basically showed us here that 29,300 was where buyers stepped in, right? Because we see price approach that area, you see a huge reaction, okay? So big move up. That means buyers stepped in at 29,300. Price rejects at 30,200, comes all the way back down, retraces the entire move, 100% of the move basically, and found buyers again at 29,300, okay? Price moves back up, rejects, comes back down to 29,300. Buyers show up, moves up. Same here, same here, same here. So for me, in my strategy, the way that I like to view the market is that 29,300 is a key level, right? That is a price where we see buyers step up. So that's a level I'm going to mark on my chart going into whatever session that I'm trading. Okay. So we move on, right? We come back a week later, 2 weeks later, 29,300, respected, breaks down, respected again, breaks above it, respected again, moves higher, okay? Comes back to it literally 5 days later, respected again. So that's just a key level for me. That's how I mark out my levels, okay? And then I will do that on smaller time. You know, I'll jump down. You know, I trade off the 5 minute. So another example of that would be 28,860. We get a reaction. We get a reaction. A reaction. Price comes back up to it. Respected. Respected again. Respected again. Respected again. Over and over and over, right? So 28,860 is a level for me that I'm gonna look out for. And those, you know, I just do that on, I do that all day. I'm marking them out constantly. Today, same thing. 29.50, respected, 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 respected. So you get the point. It just happens over and over again. So I use the levels that the market pretty much just shows us, you know, what levels that it respects or doesn't. Here we go. There's 800. Almost got filled out there. There's 800 there. So we will see. Does it respect 800? That's the level Liam was looking for earlier too. That's crazy. So our trade idea was right. We just kind of, our management was a little too tight. I don't regret the way that I managed it at all. I think we need to protect the profits that we've made today and not kind of be too greedy and look for too much when we're up, you know, 1,700 bucks. But yeah, our thesis played out. Our target was 800. So I'm gonna mark that out. So I remember that. So we got in at 860. I'm sorry, we got in at the break of this level. Originally, that was our original trade. And our stop out was when price came back up to 860. Well, I'm talking a lot. Let me catch up with chat. Any downside to trading one micro contract on your own cash account compared to trying? Is there a difference? I mean, you're putting your own capital at risk. That's the biggest difference. I don't think the size is really relevant. With prop, your only exposure is the amount of cost. That is correct, Luke. Of course, got an ad as you answered. I was asking because I realized I overtrade, so I'm trying to have a hard stop. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Dilly. Earlier in my journey, I would do the same thing. I would limit myself to like 5 trades a day. And that actually helped me a ton because it helped me be more patient and wait for the trades that, you know, matter. You're gonna kind of trick your brain into being more patient by doing that and not just jumping in, you know. Once you're funded, it's basically like trading a normal cash account. I mean, you have pretty strict rules that you have to adhere to, crypto, but yes, once you're funded, right, the money that you take, if you're adhering to the payout policies, you know, there are rules once you're in a funded too. It's not just like you're gifted 50K and you can just do whatever you want, right? Like if you break the rules in a funded account, you don't have the account anymore. And if you don't adhere to its payout policies, then you're not going to get a payout. But if you follow the rules, then yes, it is, you know, all the money, you know, I have 54K in my balance. So I can take out 2K if I wanted to, right? That's with the 50K flex account with Lucid, the max payout's $2,000. So right now I could take out 2K if I wanted to. So if Danny is on a funded account like he is now, he doesn't keep any of these profits. Yes, I can. Like I just said, he keeps the profits. Yeah, Luke, you're responding. Okay. How do you frame your decision making around those key levels? If price action is respecting them, then I'll take a trade off them, like I've kind of done this whole stream. If you've missed them, just rewind and you can see where I'm getting in and out of these trades. Another 20, Sammy. Nice. GG's, man. Of course. For the amount of value you provide, I really hope your exposure to the industry blows up. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Long soon? I would, if you're thinking about longing this, man, you're crazy. Like, look at this. Where would you ever go long? Like, what would give you enough confidence to go long? I don't know where you would even start to think about longs, in my opinion. Like, this thing just looks like an absolute furnace, dude. This thing's melting everything it touches. Five-minute wick test there. Yeah, that played out nice. You took that. Are you building a buffer? So, I mean, we literally just closed out our last trade. So, us being at 54K, max payouts 2K. Ideally, want to leave myself with like 2K a drawdown. So, I will most likely take a payout tomorrow on stream. $1K for the day. Nice, man. You limit yourself to 5 trades a day. Do you do it with your platform options, or do you just like do that yourself? Just let it bleed, wait for tomorrow. What's the indicator on the right side? That's volume profile, visible range. So if you use TradingView, it's right here. Volume profile, visible range. And my settings are right here. I just change it to, on the inputs, row layout is ticks per row. Row size is 2. And I don't change any other inputs besides the color of the bars, which I just make them black. Yeah, or like Luke said, you could use the fixed range volume profile. So same thing, it's just like you have to give it a range. So if you do this swing high to this swing low, it'll give you the volume profile for that range that you gave it. What does max payout mean? Okay, I'll show you. So if you go to Lucid's website, which is the account I'm trading, okay? Lucid Flex. Funded rules. You will see max, oh, I'm sorry. You actually have to go to the FAQ, if I remember. Yeah, so Lucid Flex. We'll go to the payout section. So how you take a payout on the Lucid Flex account is you have to have 5 trading days of $150 profit of or more. So at least $150 of profit over 5 trading days, okay? So that's the main kind of barrier to entry. Once you have that, you can take out a total of, you can see here for the 58K account, 50% of your profits. So if you wanted to take a max payout, which is $2,000 for the 50K account, you would have to build your balance to $4 grand, 54,000, to take out 50% of that, which is 2K, which would be a max payout. So it's not 2K a month, right? You could theoretically do that, you know, 3 times, 4 times in a month. So there is a lot of upside there, but those payout caps are there to protect the firms, you know? I'm not trading multiple accounts, Sebastian. That's the goal. you know, this is the second week of trading on stream for me, so I'm trying to just get my bearings straight and make sure that I am feeling comfortable trading in front of an audience before I start adding accounts. But I will start adding. It's just I just want to keep doing what I'm doing right now because it's working, and I don't want to start introducing other variables when things are going well. But crypto, just go to Lucid's website, and you know, it's different. So if you like trading bigger accounts, like 150K account, right? You have more upside. So your max payout is $3,000 instead of $2,000. It just depends on the account size that you're trading. But whatever account you go with, just at checkout use code TBM because it's going to give you the best discount available for whatever firm you go with: Apex, Lucid, TPT, or Tradeify. Thanks, Todd. Yeah, what I'm so bad about checking the likes. What are we at? 46 likes. Come on, guys. Let's if we get to 150 likes, I know it's ambitious with like 30 minutes left in the stream, but I will give away an account. We'll do a giveaway at 150 likes. So run it up. No problem, crypto. You'll go with the 50K since it costs a little more than, yeah. I think the 50K is a great account to start with. That's what I like trading too. Look at this thing, 800's holding up. The question is that enough, you know? Is that enough? Are enough shorts, you know, getting out? Do buyers start stepping up? I don't know. I am inclined to think this thing still has room lower. I really do. I just don't see buyers stepping in. I mean, how much are we down on this session? Like, this is crazy. Almost 400 points. Wild. Danny, I just want to say that I learned a lot the last week and continue to learn how to read levels and how to trade off the levels. Thank you. Also, the R&R on your trades amaze me every time. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're finding value. That is the most fulfilling part of this whole experience of like just streaming in front of people, is sharing the knowledge and helping other people and hoping it helps you become a better trader. It's actually helping me a lot too, just to like, you know, constantly remind myself of my own values and my own rules and making sure I'm sticking to them. Look at that, 800. It's showing up. I don't know. They're showing up. 2 minutes left in the candle. Buyer stepping in. That is a 3-bar reversal. Well, almost. I mean, you can probably classify that as one. Price made a low. Almost made a lower low. I don't know if it did. And then slightly makes a higher low. And it's off a 800 psych level, so $800 last week. Last week's point of control, I believe we bounced from here at 230. Got hit 5-minute wick test play, wanted London lows. Where is London lows, by the way? Oh, okay. 765. NQ is only green index today. Why don't you find that indicator? Oh, you don't find that VPVR on TradingView? It should be. Type in. I think it's a little tricky on TradingView. Like, you got to go to. Oh, look at that! Boom, 3-bar reversal. Buyers defending 800. Big move. A lot of volatility coming in here at the bottom of the hour. Right back into 860. Look at that. Big move. That's what we're talking about. Does 800 get defended? And it did. Okay, for the VPVR, so go there should be like 2 sections of, I think it's called, like, on the left hand side of the indicators window, it should be like fundamentals or something, where it'll only show you the TradingView indicators. You just want to avoid the community indicators because it's going to show up so much stuff. So go to like the fundamentals. I believe it's like profile or volume, and then you'll find it. What do I think of Tradeify? Tradeify is great. It's a really good firm. Really good firm. Yeah, anything you see on tbm.gg. So any of these, Apex, Lucid, TPT, or Tradeify, these are all really good options to go with. Right now, my favorite's Lucid, but Tradeify is another really good one. Oh, you found it? Nice. Okay. Thanks, Howie. Thanks for being here, Danny. Was always timid to trade the power hour. So your insights and guidance are super helpful. No problem, Sammy. No problem at all, man. There's been some really good movement during power hour the last week and a half. I mean, it's traditionally good. You know, you have a lot of volume coming in during that time frame. I usually find that, like, once 1 o'clock hits, almost every day this week, 1 p.m. is like a really interesting time where, like, you can see 1 p.m. right here from Wednesday was like almost to the tick a reversal point. We go to 1 p.m. on Thursday, same thing, right? Big move lower off 1 p.m. 1 p.m. from today was the same thing. Really nice move off 1. I don't know, it's just like, you know, top of the hour, people coming back from lunch, volatility coming back in after the 11 to 12 central time frame. Get some good moves off of it. Switching from Apex because of the intraday drawdown. Yeah, it's not for everybody. It is not for everybody. They have an account that is not intraday if you're interested, if you like Apex still. Yeah, I'm the same, Luke. I don't enjoy it. It's just another factor I have to think about. I don't want to have to worry about that. Because there are days, like, if you go look at my stream on Friday, I came into the stream down 1K or like $900 or something like that. And on an intraday account, I would have probably been out, would have got stopped out that day. But I like having the flexibility to, like, kind of take a break, reset, come back. And then, yeah, we came into the stream down 900 and then ended up I think up 500 bucks. So we came back, dug ourselves out of the hole. I like the option to, it's not always a good idea, right? When you go into a lot of drawdown like that, to just keep trading. But in that scenario, I like to have the option to do that. Value area low at 28,890. Where is 890? 28,890. Yeah, that's right. That's right where this area I have is marked out. Big level 900. Tempted to see if the shorts hold again. I would not be surprised, man. I would not be surprised. Yeah, if you were long at any point today, unless you got really lucky, I mean, you probably just got smoked, right? Like every level that held up pretty much got ran through. I mean, unless you just like Hail Mary longed it at 10, right? You're probably really happy, but just been melting ever since like 11. Literally straight down. Sorry if you just heard that slurp. It's probably disgusting. Do you ever use value area low point of control levels as added confluence? No. It's just not something that's in my wheelhouse. It's I mean, realistically, it's like, it's, for me, it's kind of like a restriction of my trading platform. Like if I like was able to have it on my charts, I'd probably have it just to be able to like know where it is. But since I don't have that option with TradeC, I do not have it. Like when I used to trade on Tradeify, I would have it up, but it's a good area to look at. What I'll do though, Jay, is I'll use the fixed volume profile. So sometimes you'll see me use it like on a swing high and swing low. So like right here, right? This is a swing low at 10 a.m. to this swing high at 11:10. I'll look at where point of control is sometimes on like big swings like that. Not all the time, but sometimes it's useful to know where those areas are. And you can see like it provides solid levels because, well, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's point of control. It's where the most amount of volume occurred during that swing. So makes sense. Can be hard to use sometimes because sometimes you don't know if the swing high is really the swing high or if it's going to continue, right? So if you would have set it up like this and you, let's say this reversed and continued higher, right? Then that is sort of invalid and then price never even gets to that point of control, but can be super helpful. Like out of curiosity, like where is point of control on this move, right? Let's assume 800 is the swing low. I mean, boom, right? Big reaction off of point of control right at 230. And we're getting a rejection off of it. That's actually really clean. On a bigger time frame, where's that? 960? Which is London high. Interesting. All right, it's 240. Kind of like, here's 860 again, right? 3-bar reversal. if this candle closes like it is now, could be a good short. Tempted to try it out. And if we get filled here at 860, okay, filled at 860, we'll give ourselves like to the top of that wick, right? Because then that would invalidate, that would not be a well, it could be, right? But if it pushes above the current wick, then the 3-bar reversal is kind of out of the question, which there it is. So if we push higher, right, and it makes a higher high, then it's no longer valid. I don't hate that though. Could have been a little bit too tight or a little too ambitious to get in that soon, but still valid. Candle closing here. New candle opens. See if we get momentum. We get filled here. Filled. Keep it right at the top of that range, so 10 points. Looks like it wants to stop us out already. Yeah, stopped out. Still like it. Don't hate the trade. There's 80s. $80s there. Pushing that high. There's 90. We'll try real quick. Probably the last trade of the session. We'll risk $100 into 900. Maybe like give it a little extra wiggle room there. We'll target the last area that buyers stepped in, which was right, you can see it right here at 835. So if this starts moving with us in our direction, then we'll move our stop down, tighten it up. Buyers are kind of looking scary though. So if this gets to 880, we'll pull our stop down just to tighten the risk up. I might do that a little bit early here, just in case, just to protect ourselves. Pull down a little bit. 2.5 minutes left on the candle. There's 80s. So let's bring it down, tighten it up above that wick. If it pushes above our current wick, then that kind of invalidates the trade. Nice reaction. Big rejection there. Volume coming in. Flipping that candle red. 860 is that level we need to get through. If it fails 860, that could be lights out. And we'll move our stop back down to like right above 75, above that wick, the prior candle's wick. Minute and a half. We need it to break down here. Move that in the profit. So it's a free trade. We will not take any drawdown on this one. Up 800 on the day. See you boys tomorrow. See you, Dilly. Thanks for tuning in, man. GG's. Nice day there. What brokers linked to your trading view? You're new here. So this is a prop account. This is a Lucid 50K funded account, a flex account. So it is connected with Lucid. Can I brighten my screen? Is it not bright enough for you? It's literally bright gray. Okay, 40 seconds left on this candle. 860s is showing some strength. This closes under 860 in the last 30 seconds. That would be ideal. So dark. What are you talking about, man? What are you looking at? All right, candle closing. We need to see this move lower. Might get wicked out here. It's not that bad. Is it really that? Is it actually dark, or are you guys trolling? Too much gray. What does your chart look like, KB? Just like rainbows everywhere? All right, closing, breaking down under 860, tighten up. See if we can get our target before MOC rolls up on us. Trolls, contrast with candles, it's weird. We might get filled here. Damn, stopped out. Okay, I think that's how we'll end the day. 1840, that's a great day. It looks like a millennial mom did the colors for your chart. Okay. Thanks, Bradley. How did you make your chart have that buy and sell? What do you mean? Like when I was in the trade just now? It's because I was in the trade. What's up, Carl? How we doing? Let me mark that out before I forget. So we got in at almost a perfect entry up here at 90. Our stop was 10 points. And our target was, it was 35, right? Yeah. Yeah. Here, I guess I'll just put it where we actually got filled, which was, we got stopped out in profit at 860. 860 is proven to be the level. GG's, thanks, Sammy. Where are you getting the P&L from? Is that trading? Is that still, this is this platform is TradeC. So it's offered with a lot of different prop firms, but I'm using Lucid. It's really hard to see the detail. Oh, they're talking about the UI. I mean, I can't do anything about that. I guess I could like, is there even a light mode? I don't even think there is a light mode with TradeC. It's just stuck like that. Cheers, Danny. Great session. See you tomorrow. All right, Luke. Thanks for tuning in, man. Good session. I will see you tomorrow, man. Took the rest off at 43. Nice trade, Jay. It does not have cumulative volume. It does not. I think I know Motive Wave does. I know Tradeify does. I know that the TradingView based platforms like TradeC do not have they do not have cumulative volume. Like Sierra Chart has it. Careful if you're in a trade here. 250 coming up. 250 Central Time. MOC popping in. So it might go a little volatile. And boom, big rejection at 860. Look at that thing melting. This is not trading. Z Culture. This is a TradingView like white. So like it is using TradingView charts, right? But it is not the TradingView platform itself. So TradeC is the platform, and it uses TradingView, the base of TradingView as the charting software. So it's going to be different, right? You're not going to have community indicators and stuff like that the normal TradingView offers, you know. Just curious why you went short at 90 as opposed to 900. It's just the bottom of my zone, right? It's not going to be perfect. So a lot of the times people front run psych levels. Like 900 was a big level, right? So if you're getting in 10 points below it, you're just ensuring yourself getting filled, right? Versus just having your order sit at 900 and then for some reason price not getting there. I'd rather jump in. The other reason is like where I originally drew the level from. You can see where 90 is a part of that zone, because this is where price closed on the double bottom here, right? So 90 is a level too. That it just how I don't use specific like levels like that, just because it's just price action isn't perfect. That's why you see these zones everywhere versus like seeing a bunch of horizontal lines, right? These horizontal levels. I like to use zones because that's just how price isn't perfect. It's not going to be so precise. It's not always going to reach to that 900 level perfectly. So I just decided to get in at the bottom of my zone, which is just something I do all the time. The dude has dulled down the bright white background so he doesn't burn off his corneas. GG, great day, Danny. Thanks, Usa. Is that how you say your name? Usa? Appreciate it, dude. How do you define how big that zone should be? Based on what the chart's given us. So in this scenario, I think I drew this from... Okay, so I'll show you the reason. So you can see this level, this area, okay? So for one, the bottom of the bottom of those the bottom of the body of those candles are where price decided to actually close, right? And then open on the next candle. So I want to include the body of those candles, the bottom of that, okay? And then I drew the top of my zone at the wick test that was here on this is an hourly chart, right? So at 12 at noon is where the bottom of this wick is, okay? So I wanted to make sure I include that in the resistance area. So that's the reason I drew it in a zone versus just dropping in a horizontal line, right? Because it's just not going to be perfect. That's not how price moves. It's not going to be that precise. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it, man. As always. Yeah, great way to start the week. Super happy with that. That's the best session we've had all since we started this account. So we will come back tomorrow, humble ourselves in the journal a little bit, and come back tomorrow fresh. Forget about today and keep trading the way we've been trading. We'll be in good shape. Actually, if you're here tomorrow, I think we'll probably take a payout. So we'll do that live. Interesting. I've always seen it starting at the bottom of the wick. Yeah, it just I like the bodies because it shows you where price actually closed, where price actually opened, right? It's just wicks can be deceiving. Did you pass that account? This is a funded account, Aaron. Look at that. Straight. Jay, weren't you looking at London lows, Asia lows? There it is. It's coming down right now. So Jay, as just to if we use in real time, okay? If this session were to continue, okay, and we were still trading, which I'm not, but there's two ways I would or one way I would do it, right, is for one reason 800 is a psych level, okay? So that's a good level to have on your chart. The second reason is you can see this area, right, where these wicks are formed from between the body of those candles, okay? So the bottom of the 210 candle and the open of the 215 candle, this is where buyers stepped up, right? So I know that this is a range, a zone where buyers stepped up, okay? So that's how I would draw my level, right? Versus just putting it at the bottom of this wick, okay? Because again, like I said earlier, the market is not going to be that precise where it's just going to react to the bottom of a wick. You know, there's a zone. There's a zone where buyers showed up, not just a level. In this case, you know, you could argue it did, right? Because it double bottomed directly at 96, but that's just not how I draw them out. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, man. All right, guys. We are coming up on the end of the stream. I am going to make a journal entry. What up, Jamie? Yeah, we ended up 1,800 today, which is kind of crazy. That is the best session we've had on this account so far. Some really good trades. I can't complain today at all. I mean, took some unnecessary losses, but we talked about that in real time. I think it was in here. I think we tried to get into our short at 8:30. Was a little ambitious. Re-entered at 8:40, which is, where was that trade? We didn't mark it. I need to be better at that. Where was that? Or was it 9:30? Yeah, it was up here. No, it wasn't. I gotta mark those out in real time. But yeah, payout o'clock. I know. I think tomorrow we're gonna take a max payout on this account on stream. How fast did you pass the eval? This specific one I kind of had waiting on the sidelines for this whole stream thing, but if I remember, I mean, like on average I'm passing them in like 3 to 4 days, maybe in 2 days, maybe in 2 sessions if I'm like really aggressive and get some good trades in. But mostly like on a 50k flex where it's a 50% consistency, I'm usually passing them in like 3 to 4 days. What about consistency? There is no consistency on the 50k flex account. There is no consistency, Moto. There is on the pro account, but I'm not trading the pro account. This is not copy traded. We will be adding accounts in the future, but for the first, week or two that we're trading on stream in front of an audience and stuff, I'm just trying to warm up to it, make sure I'm have my bearings on straight. No problem, man. Thanks for tuning in. Let's do this journal entry really quick. If you don't have access to this already, I will put this in the chat real quick. So I made this Notion template that you guys can use. So what you do is, I'll put it in the chat right now. So click that link. Once you open up the link, it'll take you to this page here, where after you make a Notion account, which is free, just press duplicate at the top of this page, and that'll make a copy of it in your own Notion that you can like edit and stuff. So you can start, keeping track of your stuff. So let's make an entry, 7/20/2026. That is correct. P&L is 1840. We traded the NQ. Today, I honestly give us an A. Really happy with the way everything went. Great day. Stayed patient, stuck to our plan. Simple as that. Just something simple to reflect on, and we will read that tomorrow before our next session and we will move forward. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you ended up green today or break even if you had a loss or a big losing day, or you blew an account or whatever it was. Make sure you reflect on it and you know, come back tomorrow with a clean slate, and make sure you're just doing your best to take action on the habits that you know aren't good for you. You know, it's like the biggest thing for me when things started turning around was when I actually started taking action on the things that I needed to, right? Instead of just running into the wall over and over and over again, which I had done for years, right? Making the same mistakes over and over and over again, never really making any progress. And even when I would make progress, right, I would just relapse and do the same stupid shit over and over again. So that's why I like to make journal entries, just because, you know, you can recognize what you're doing wrong and make sure that you're aware of it and you're doing what you need to do to progress, and you're not holding yourself back. So GG's everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I got to get better about reminding everybody to like the stream. I don't think we've done a giveaway on my segment yet because we haven't hit the like goal. So tune in tomorrow. We will do our best to try to hit that like goal, and we will try to give an away count. But tune in tomorrow. We'll do some trading. If not, because I am planning on taking a payout tomorrow, so tune in for that. If not sure how Lucid works yet, but if I can't trade because of whatever, it's taking the balance out or whatever, maybe we'll open up a new eval and work on that. But if not, we'll find something fun to do. And we'll recap trades from earlier in the day if I take any. But yeah, thanks to everybody for tuning in. Absolutely banger of a day. Cannot ask for a better day than that. And yeah, we will stay humble and keep it rolling tomorrow. Oh, Lucid will be instant, so I can keep trading after that, Jamie, even if I take a payout. Thanks, Jay. Thanks for tuning in, man, and being active in the chat. GG's for you too, man. I know you had a good trade in there too. Oh, you can request intraday. Okay, cool. Sweet. All right, GG's everybody. Tune in at 5 o'clock to Jaws' stream. I usually hang out in there and pretty active in the chat. So make sure you tune in for his stream, and yeah, have a good rest of your day. Peace.